hours.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure though. Yeah, but I think so.
Yeah.
Why is my camera so dark? All right, so there.
Mm.
So yeah, you were saying that even though I'm used to not sleeping well,
Yeah. Yeah.
my camera is so dark though.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Okay, just give me a moment.
Okay.
Okay, there.
Oh, it's better now.
Yeah, and
Oh.
it's get going.
Yeah. It is changing.
Anyways, let's just not mind this.
Why it is happening?
Yeah. Hold on. Ah, come on. Okay. So
Mm.
yes, you were saying like
Uh,
even though I'm used to
okay.
not
Even though
sleeping.
you are saying you are getting used to it, I
Mhm.
think it'll appear someday. Your fatigue
Mhm.
will appear someday.
Mhm. Like I don't know, but these days I'm having a hard time to fall asleep. Even though I drink milk at night,
Mm-hmm.
I still have a hard time to fall asleep. I don't know why.
Hmm. You have any
Mhm.
worries or um
Mm, yeah,
like headache?
I do have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I have though, but I will send you a message on Instagram,
Oh,
okay?
okay, okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
But I'm doing okay, but yeah, my camera is so dark, but don't mind it.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I don't mind.
Yeah. All right. So, well then, what did you do yesterday? We didn't have class.
Oh yeah, I had an interview.
Ah.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
at 10.
Mhm. So, how
And
was your interview?
I was so nervous because the interviewee was a kind of strict person. She was.
Oh.
She
So
was,
it's women.
yes, she was too
How did you
strict.
say that she was strict? Mhm.
Because she asked me so many sensitive questions.
Like what question?
Um, uh, not a kind of private question, but she asked me like,
Mhm.
if we hire you, but someday another company will also wanna hire you, then what will you
Mhm.
choose? What will you choose?
What will we choose? Mhm.
Yes, it is so. But the next company will give you more salary and more um um and better like in
Better
better
job?
condition, better working
Mhm.
condition. So will you move to that company? Like, yeah, this kind of question.
Really? And what did you answer her?
I answered like, even though they offer me a better qualifications,
Mhm.
um, what I do care while working is stability.
Right.
Yes.
That's a good answer. And
Yeah.
mhm.
So yeah. So um I would like to keep working with some people that I worked. So I don't believe I will move to another company.
Mhm. But you know what? The question is really weird.
Yes.
Cause yeah, I also had an interview before, but I've never encountered that kind of question because that is quite personal. And
Yeah.
they should not ask that kind of question because you're applying for their company. So if you have plans for transferring to another company, then you should be applying for that specific company, right?
Yeah, right.
So, or maybe they're just testing you on how loyal you are to apply with their company.
Oh, pardon?
Yeah, maybe they are just testing you or just
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, testing
Right.
you to on
Right.
how loyal you are
Yes.
with their company.
I
But
also felt that I am keep testing
mhm,
by them.
mhm.
But you know what? Um that is Korean way of interviewing.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, it's quite tough.
Yeah.
But how about your with your current company, Jihe? Were you asked by the same question?
Um, actually, yes.
Oh.
Yes. I started working in this company in 2013,
Mhm.
and I quit in 2016 because I at that moment was the time I was heading to America.
Mhm.
So after a half a year, I came back to my country, and my
Mhm.
boss contacts me again
Hmm.
because she want me to work again there.
Oh.
Yes. So, but we have specific procedures. So even
Mhm.
though she wants to hire me, I need to have an interview with the staff.
Mhm.
So I joined there,
Mhm.
but the interviewee asked me, will you work longer this time?
Mhm.
Like that because I already quit there once.
Mhm.
So the interviewee worried about that I am quitting again.
Mhm. Hmm. But why? What is the reason that they would like to hire you if they will ask you that kind of question? Are they
Mm,
trying to like? Are they testing you on how loyal you are? And well, you know what? In my case, it's really odd to ask that kind of question
mm,
because they are the ones who contacted you to go back to the same company.
yes.
So yeah, if they really want you to stay in their company, then why will they ask you if you will stay longer? Well,
Yeah,
it's definitely your choice, not theirs.
yeah. That is the reason they are just testing me.
Mhm.
Yes.
Hmm. Wow, it's quite weird. It's just now
Yes.
that I heard about it. Because normally here in the Philippines, Jiha, if you will be having an interview,
Mm-hmm.
they will just simply ask you about why are you applying in our company, or why
Mm-hmm.
do you apply in our company, and
Mm-hmm.
of course the basic things that they would like to know about you. But they will never ask you if how long will you. Oh, yeah. I encountered once a question like that, but
Mm-hmm.
it is not the way how they asked me. Well, they asked me like, how long do you plan to stay in our company?
Oh, yeah, that is okay.
Yes,
Because
but the
they're
way
just
they
curious.
ask you is, yeah, it sounded rude.
Yes. But
It's
in
odd.
my country, it is natural because,
Hmm.
and we also have a name for that kind of interview. We call it pressure interview.
Fragile,
Yeah, pressure.
fragile.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Pressure.
Yeah, pressure. Yes, pressure interview.
Ah. Oh, I see. Really? Wow. We don't
Yeah.
have that kind of interview here in the Philippines. I'm just so
Oh,
lucky too.
most of
I am just
interview
so
we,
lucky.
most of interview we have in my country is
Mhm.
goes like this.
Oh, really? Even though you're applying for just a crew, like a service crew?
Oh, yes.
Wow, really? So, oh, maybe the company just wants to make sure if you really want to stay long in their company.
Yeah, right.
Wow, that's that's odd. It's just
Yes.
now. Hmm.
Yes. So,
I'm learning again.
yeah. So whenever I have an interview, I supposed to be nervous. I supposed to be get nervous. Yeah, because I'm gonna have that kind of question.
Question. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I have to prepare a lot before having an interview.
Oh yeah. You have to have, or you should prepare for your answer.
Yeah, right.
Because yeah, like me in my case, like I don't know how the interview goes in Korea,
Mhm.
and I don't know this pressure interview. Well,
Mhm.
probably I'll be stuttering and shaking, and I think I can't answer their question immediately.
Yeah, right.
Oh God. So well, if ever that I would like to apply for a job in Korea, then I'll probably learn about this
Yeah.
pressure interview. Really? Ah. It's quite odd. You know what? I did an interview before because I worked in a lot of companies,
Mm,
and I was able to do the interview. So I was the interviewee. You know what?
mm,
I am so like I didn't sound serious. Like I'm just playing around with the interview.
mm,
Because of course I know how it feels on, like I know how it feels to be interviewed. So I don't want I don't want the person to apply to feel nervous or yeah, scared
mm.
of having an interview. But mm, it's really odd.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So what else? What else are the questions with the pressure interview? Aside from why did you
Mm,
chose the company, what else? The
mm,
hardest question that they ask you, what is it?
it was like, I am changing my career.
Yes.
Not a nurse anymore.
Mhm.
So they asked me the reason why I'm quit working as a nurse,
Mhm.
and I told my hardship to them, like, we are having a relationship problem,
Mhm.
and workload is too much.
Yeah.
I answered like that, but she also said, we also have relationship problem and workload is also a lot, but then will you quit this job again? Like this.
Mm, yeah, I think Gia, they're just trying to test how loyal you are with the company,
Yeah, right.
and they're just trying to know. Yeah, they just want to know how long do you plan to stay in their company because, yeah, I think nowadays it is hard to find a person who will be dedicated with their work,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Because most people nowadays just find it, for example, in their workplace, they had conflicts with their coworkers. Some
Right.
people just try to quit with just a simple issue.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, what I really don't have the idea about. It's just like, you know what? I'm just learning from you. I just want to listen from you.
Yeah, I guess um what they wanna do is they are making a crisis
They're
um
making I'm sorry.
crisis situation.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yes. Because when someone is suffering in crisis,
Mhm.
mm, they just want to see how I solve the problem.
Mm.
Yes. So I know what they meant, but it is pretty hard to having that cut off time.
Mhm. Ah, they're like putting you in the hot seat. They're just trying to yeah, pressure interview is the correct term for that.
Yes.
Cuz yeah, like in my case, like what I told you earlier, if ever that I'll be having a pressure interview, then I'll be surprised with those kinds of questions because what I know is with an interview, they
Mm-hmm.
just ask me various questions about myself and
Mm-hmm.
my skills, not the kind of questions where I will be pressured and feel terrorized or
Mm-hmm.
terrified.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or maybe you have a point. They're just trying to know how strong you are
Yeah,
and
right.
yeah, how you
Because
handle the
yes,
situation.
yeah. Because while working, I'm gonna meet so many hardships and crises.
Mhm.
So yeah, they just wanna see how I deal with it.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a pressure.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just, you know what? I was just so surprised that you have this kind of interview in Korea because here in the Philippines, it's really not hard to get a job as long as
Mm,
you're confident and you know well about the company that you're applying for. Then you're good to go.
yeah.
And of course, they're also looking for your skills, but pressure interview is not common with me, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion, because I haven't heard about this. It's just
Mm.
I heard it from you.
Yeah, I
So,
guess uh,
mhm.
I guess it is unique way of interviewing in my country.
Mhm. I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I really agree
Yeah.
actually. So, how about in Korea? How many interviews do you have to undergo before you pass or before you enter their company?
Mm-mm. these days I already had several interviews, and I had like three interviews
In
in
just one
three,
company?
no, in three different companies.
Mhm.
Mm.
But
And
normally,
mhm.
yes, if you're trying to apply to just one company, how many interviews do you have to undergo?
It depends on the size of the company. If I
Mhm.
wanna work in a small company, just first procedure is paper is um sending them paper through the email,
Mhm.
and if they want me to if they want to see me, they will
Mhm.
have a second interview, like face to face.
Mm.
Yeah, but when it comes to a bigger company,
Mhm.
we are gonna have um two times of face to face interview.
Mhm.
Yeah, normally for the first one, we are gonna have the interview with the HR team,
Mhm.
and the second one is with the like chief
Like
CEO of that company.
mm, two interviews. Um, but is the interview the same? Like the questions are the same?
In this case, in my case, it
Mhm.
was pretty similar.
Mhm.
Yeah, not that different.
Mm. You know what? Here in the Philippines, what I worked in a call center before, right? So I
Mhm.
was a customer service representative. So we had three interviews,
Mhm.
and the first interview was just about myself. The
Mm.
second interview was about my skills. And the third
Mm.
interview is about how long will I have to stay in the company. And yeah, we have three interviews and one examination. If you will
Oh.
pass the examination, then you will be hired from the
Mm.
company.
Mm.
How
Wow.
about examination? Do you have to undergo an examination in Korea before entering a company?
Examination.
Yes, exam. Like
Oh.
they're checking about your skills, if you can really handle the job.
Yeah, some companies do that. I also had once. They test me about my English skill.
Mm.
Yeah.
So how was it?
It was not speaking test. It was just reading
Writing?
and yeah, reading and translate into English, and also translate English sentences to Korean. So it was okay to me.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Because you're already good with your speaking. You just really
Oh
have to
no.
practice. Yes. You know what? When I was still learning how to speak in English, oh well, until now, I will not agree if, or I don't
Mhm.
think that I'm really good with speaking in English. It's just that
Mhm.
I'm also trying my best to explain, though. But in your case, since you've been studying English
Mhm.
for like how many months now?
It's like
Um,
it's been 3 years. Three
See,
years.
it's already 3 years.
Um, no, I mean, I've been to America 2 years ago. Oh, it is
Mhm.
two. Yes, so it is 2 years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But you know what, Gia? Let me tell you a quick story again.
Mhm.
I had a student earlier. She was just 14. Oh, no, 13.
Mhm.
13 years old, and she studied in UAE for just 1 year. You know what?
Mm,
She's really good with
I
speaking.
guess so. That is a really good age to learning new language.
Mhm.
Yes.
She's really good. And you know what? I asked her, how long have you stayed in UAE? She
Mhm.
told me just 1 year. So I
Mm.
told her, of course I'm a bit curious because she's already good with explaining herself.
Mhm.
I asked her, at first, of course, she wasn't able to speak in English at first, right? So what are
Mhm.
the difficulties that you had when you're starting to learn English? I asked her the question. And you know what? I was just so stunned
Mhm.
by her answer.
Oh, why?
You know what? She just tried to speak with everybody in her class, even though
Mm.
she's having errors with her grammar,
Wow.
vocabulary. Yeah, she's so brave.
Yeah.
I really envy her. That is
Yeah.
why I told her that if ever that you have a chance, then try to book a class with me so that I can learn from you too. I simply threw a joke about it, but because she's really good actually.
Wow. I
Mhm.
envy
Cause
her.
me too. I envy her because I cannot, or I can't accept if they tell me that I'm really good. No, I'm not good. I'm always learning. Actually, I also learn from my students because, yeah, I can't say that I know everything though, but I'm still learning. Every day is a
Yeah.
learning process. So,
Yeah, right.
yeah, it's just a
Mm-hmm.
matter of practice and everything.
Hmm.
Mhm. All right. So, what's fast though? But we still have a minute. What are your plans for today, Jihe?
I'm gonna work again.
As usual. What time will you
Yes.
have to go to work?
Until from like 2 p.m. and to 11 p.m. So for
2
like,
until 11.
yeah, 9 to 10 hours.
Oh God.
It's too long, right?
How long will it take you to arrive in your workplace?
It takes about 20 to 25 minutes by car and like 3 minutes by bus. Yeah, it
Wow.
depends. But it's, yeah.
I think it's better for you to take a bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easier. Well
Yeah.
then, anyways, we just had free talking today, but tomorrow we'll try to have IELTS, okay?
Okay.
Actually, I prepared our topic for today, but though, yeah,
Okay.
it's okay. Right. Again, Zia, thank you so much for your time. I hope that you have a great day. Take care on your way to
Okay.
work. I will call you again tomorrow. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you too, Zia. Bye bye.
Bye bye.